because I don't know why it wasn't working for you guys. Heard it was glitching really bad for you guys. So I'm back. I'm here. If it's glitching now, let me know. But it shouldn't be. I went to a whole different Wi-Fi. It was connected to my hotspot. So let's see what happens. Okay. On that note, let's get back. All right. It's one man mafia. When the Godfathers goes, I don't think this regime will. Boris says Putin will be crazy to use a nuclear bomb. But what stuff do I have to talk about today? Guys, we are definitely getting ready to go into a world war situation. And I know it's probably all over the internet what's going on in Serbia and Kosovo. Right now, these guys are, well, Serbia is building up on Kosovo's border. NATO sticks with Kosovo. Russia sticks with Serbia. Now, the EU offered to Serbia to either pick a side with Russia or pick a side with the United States, or not the United States, but you know what I mean, the EU, because they want to go into the EU. Also on here, Serbian army is put on high alert due to the situation in Kosovo. So yes, they are they are deploying to the border. There's multiple videos showing this, and I hope you guys are getting ready to get ready for a war. I hope you guys are ready, getting ready for a war, because it's definitely about to break out. And why do I think that? Because now British intelligence are finally coming out as saying that Russia's deploying the Kenzo nuclear missiles. Now the United States is also deploying nuclear missiles to Europe. So they got the B-6112 that's getting deployed to Europe, while Russia is getting ready to deploy the Kenzo, which these are hypersonic nuclear missiles. They can be used for either or. Big deal. Big deal. Now, North Korea is also threatening to do something pretty dramatic. They also threaten to use a nuke over these drills that's going on in between South Korea and the United States. And as you can see out here, Russia's considering further steps after accusing the UK of carrying out the Nord Stream terrorist act. Now, I want to check our military activity tonight. I never really get to check it at nighttime, so I want to see what's going on today. Oh, that same plane is still up in the air? That's crazy if that's the same plane. Or do I need to No, everything's still connected. Maybe I need to do this real quick. Take this off. Go on this. Alright, now we good. I was about to say, I know it ain't just one plane up in the air. There we go. Now that looks more like, oh, they're even on high alert at night. Holy shit. What in the F is going on here? Now this was the website I was it's only so much I can do from a comic session. I was trying to show him, but I wasn't trying to disrespect his live either. This was the website I was trying to show off grid, which he got to it at the end of this live. But if you click these aircraft, it will show you different aircraft. And when you go to like aircraft like the E4, it show the E4 is a Doomsday plane. That's why when y'all see those YouTubers on there saying, "Hey, there's a Doomsday plane up in the air," it's because they usually see the E4. Now there's a lot of activity today. A lot of activity, as y'all can see. This is wild. Where all this is going, this is a lot of activity, dude. So is the E6. Yeah, we have 3 E6 up in the air right now. Or not the E6, but the we have actually I did just see an E6. Where was that? I just saw one flying across. Good thing I got a whole list over here just to show you everything as well. We got the EC45. Or maybe that E6 was from earlier when I was on here, because we was tracking one earlier as well. The 762. Yeah, I don't see the E6 right now. Nope. Nope. That was earlier then. It didn't refresh then. But yeah. Like I said, I correct myself if I'm wrong as well. But there is C30s. There's C130s up in the air. I see C30, C30J, C30, another C130. Huh. Yeah, times are getting interesting. But yes, shit will hit the fan. Shit will hit the fan very, very soon. The United States is on higher readiness. They're ready for a war if Iran, if they go to war with Iran, it would be a direct war with Russia as well because they're now signing a little alliance with each other. Now we got U.S. troops in Ukraine, which I've been reporting really heavily on my TikTok. I know people are tired of hearing it, but it's a very fucking big deal. U.S. troops are in Ukraine, and I can't say it like that on TikTok. I got to get risk of getting blocked because I might have said something wrong. So on YouTube, I'm going to tell you guys how the fuck it is. And I'm not about to hold this back. Dude, US troops are in Ukraine, bro. We have already been talking about this shit of what would how whoa, the fuck is this? Sorry. About how this would turn out. They were talking about Russia starting to implant Article 19. They want to implant Article 19. Article 19 is so they can use nuclear weapons for conventional means. The same thing that the United States just put in our nuclear doctrine right now. So that makes it even more dangerous that we can go into a nuclear conflict. That means any conflict between NATO and Russia is a freaking war. This is about to go fucking wild. This is about to break through the roof. They're moving nukes. They're moving hypersonics. They're blocking ships and putting up blockades. China's the next one to do it. Y'all know we're just waiting for China to make a move on Taiwan at this point. We're waiting for that time. It's November, and I'm expecting things to heat up. We done already got 2 or to 3 new fronts just today. Iran and Saudi Arabia, really? Kosovo and Serbia, really? On November 1st, y'all all get ready for war with each other? Wow. Damn. Just started this month, man. It's like, hey, new month, guys. Let's remind them what they need to look for. Like, damn. Oh, man. Anyways, yes, this is about to hit the fan. And I've been telling y'all, I've been getting the word that this is going to happen really soon. This is going to happen really soon. So North Korea right now is on a big hissy fit. They threatened to nuke the United States and South Korea. Um. Oh wait, North Korea fires ballistic missile after the United States and South Korea drills. Oh, so that just happened. That must have just happened. North Korea fired 3 missiles towards the sea, forcing South Korea to issue an air raid alert. Holy shit. Yeah, that just happened. That was 4 minutes ago. Well, the other one was a little longer, so this one might just caught on it and reported it 4 minutes ago. Let me see what they got to say on here.
Missiles today. That's right, it is the latest in a series of weapons tests conducted by Pyongyang in recent weeks. Officials say 2 missiles were launched into the sea from North Korea's east coast this morning. The move comes as South Korea holds military drills, something North Korea has condemned and accused the South of raising tensions. Now the United Nations warns North Korea could carry out a nuclear test at any time. For more, let's bring in CBS News security correspondent David Martin, who joins us from the Pentagon. Hi, David. Thanks for being with us. So what does it mean for North Korea and overall stability in the region if Pyongyang begins nuclear tests?
Well, North Korea has tested before 6 times. They've detonated underground.
Oh, wait, this is old. This one's old. Okay. Yeah, because the UN bid said something about that. The video is old. The article is new. I hate when they do that because I was thinking that this video was going to talk about North Korea shooting a missile over it. So I'm just going to have to read it to you guys and tell y'all what's up. South Korea has issued air raid alert for residents on the island off the eastern coast after North Korea fired 3 missiles towards the sea. South Korea Joint Chief of Staff said North Korea fired 3 short-range ballistic missiles Wednesday morning from eastern coastal area of Wonsan, one of the which landed near the Korea's eastern sea boundary. The launches came hours after North Korea issued a vowed threat to use nuclear weapons to get the United States and South Korea to pay the most horrible price in history, an escalation of its fiery rhetoric targeting the ongoing large-scale military drills between its rivals. So yeah, this is heating up on the peninsula. Now people are comparing this to old times. They're like, oh well, North Korea does this every year. That well, we're not on war footing every year, guys. This ain't always a World War III situation. Russia's acting up, so the United States is kind of distracted with Russia and kind of distracted with China for them to be making big moves on North Korea. Because if they make that move on North Korea, then we got to prepare for war with Russia and China. People don't understand it. It ain't hitting their heads. They're like, oh, we're just fighting North Korea one-on-one. We're going to blow their fucking head off. We're going to take out Kim Jong-un, and this is going to be the end. No, dude. If we nuke North Korea, all that radiation go into Russia and China. Do I got to show you guys? Hold on. Actually, let me show you guys something real quick. Let me show you guys something real quick, because I've been saying that for a while, and I want to show y'all that something happened a couple years ago that proves that China and Russia would get involved in this. Okay. This was back in 2017. This was around the time where Trump was talking about nuking North Korea, and that he was going to send a ship, one of our aircraft carriers, over off this coast. And I remember that time because the world was on freeze and China and Russia was preparing for war with us then, and they sent a whole bunch of troops to their damn border because they thought radiation was going to be flowing through their land. I remember everything, guys. That shit always is up in my head. I remember when this was all over the local news. Now, the difference is, right now, this is we're in a different time. They don't care. Right now, it's the thing is, the Pentagon's like, you either on our side, or if you're starting to use aggressive means towards us or our allies, we will respond. Now they're talking to all their enemies, letting them know we are going to protect our allies, even if you attack us or our allies with non-nuclear actions. So what happens when Iran starts tearing up Israel? Or what happens if North Korea starts really flooding South Korea with ballistic missiles and shit? What happens if China completely decimates Taiwan, which nobody still has no idea what's going to happen with that war? What happens when Ukraine ends up having a tactical nuke or a false flag dropped on them? We all have an excuse, and this is what we need to talk about, of using nuclear weapons. This is way worse than the Cold War, like they're saying. This is worse than the Cuban Missile Crisis. Because now everybody's making up excuses, and nobody's making up any reason to de-escalate this, besides, the threat of humanity is abroad. They're about to wipe humanity off the face of the earth. So, This is getting crazy, man. This is getting crazy. Stop comparing this to the past. This is the future. Stop comparing this to old memes. This is a new meme. Stop comparing this to Afghanistan and Iraq. Maybe you just don't know. Maybe you just don't know how bad this is going to get. Maybe that's what it is, that you guys don't fully understand or grasp how bad this really is right now. This is horrible. I don't get worked up about a lot of shit. And I love, talk about war news. And I love to talk about politics when it comes to, actual conversation, not some bullshit. But when I start to get worked up over this shit, and I'm starting to think in my head like, damn, hold on, I really gotta think and warn my people. Hold on, I really gotta talk to Aztec. Hold on, I really gotta uh think of what I need to do or what I want to do, because I don't know what hour or what minute or what second this is going to break, or what month, what week, which it could be. I'm thinking in my head it's going to be this month. I'm thinking in my head right now it's going to be this month. Now my deadline is still December, but I'm leaning more towards this month. We already know about North Korea launching a missile. Go and rewind it if you really want to read into it. But we just talked about that as well. Now, I told you guys that Putin did warn to use Article 19. Well, not Putin, but Medvedev. Medvedev is the Security Council of the State Duma. He is like the vice president of Russia. He's Putin's next man. He's been threatening to nuke us a lot. Article 19 is for Russia to use their nuclear weapons if their state is in danger, which they have 4 areas that's annexed that's in danger, which they consider part of their territory. So therefore, Russia right now can use nuclear weapons. Therefore, that's why the United States is deploying nukes, got troops going in and out of there. And I'm not on the hype bullshit that the United States troops is in there helping Ukraine and inspecting weapons. No, I'm on the side that, hey, Russia's been telling us for months these two have been fighting with each other. NATO's fighting us on the battlefield. NATO's setting up these commandos. NATO's the one giving us giving Ukraine intelligence on where all our shit is. How can we do that if we're not in there? I know we can do it from satellite and shit, but just to know everything so accurate, and then all the hiccups that Biden did. Remember, hey, this is what you'll see when you go into Ukraine. You'll see women standing in front of tanks. You'll see all the brave and young women fighting for their country. Just like he let out when the Taiwan thing. 4 times we would defend Taiwan from China. Because he knows that's what we're going to have to do. They already knocked that in his head, Mr. President. If China makes that move on Taiwan, this is highly classified. But we are going to have to go into a full-blown war with China. It's going to completely shut our country down, and this ain't going to settle down. This is only going to escalate from there. That's why we need to warn them now. That's why we're deploying our B-52 bombers now, because we know in the conventional wise, China and the United States going to war is going to be really bad for our army. Because after that war, we ain't going to be able to fight many wars after that. We're going to have to rebuild. This is a war that will shut down both economies. This is wars that will shut down both our armies. And this is a war that could possibly shut down the whole world. And if Russia gets involved, which China and the United States can destroy the world themselves, they even said they have weapons that are not of mass destruction that could destroy this planet. I don't know what kind of weapons they're talking about. I've been trying to look them up. I'm like, what kind of shit do y'all got? That, you don't need a nuclear weapon to fuck up this planet. Russia was the one to put that warning out there. Said China and the United States got technologies that can destroy this planet without firing one nuke. Wild. That's really wild. It's all over. No, it's not over. It's not over yet, man. We're still here. We got to keep on the positive tip that we are still here and still alive. We can still change our lives. We can still make different decisions. You can still choose to get to a safer place, or you can still choose to stick with your family. It's really up to you. But let me prove everything I'm talking about. We're going to do that real quick, okay, guys? We're going to go back and look up the stuff that I was talking about. And let's talk about it. Let's get real deep into it. Let's really talk about where this is going to lead to, how many people is going to get affected, how many people can die, what weapons are factors in this, what is going to, what ways can this calm down? Like, let's really talk about this like we were on the strategy on the football team making up a strategy on what's going to happen next. What we gonna do? What's the next place? What's gonna happen? You know, let's try to do something together. Cause I do this all the time by myself. It's much more when you got more brains at the table. And even if you're against this and you don't believe World War III is gonna happen, then tell me reasons that why you don't think it's gonna happen. I know a lot of people like to use the money thing. Well, the world's ran on money. Well, money's going to shit. Nobody, people's trying to promote their dollar. We thought we was about to go to cryptocurrency. But they're talking about turning our power off. So how are we going to have any kind of online currency if the power's out? Don't look for stations if the power's out. Yep, North Korea is starting to act up more too. You see that as we speak. Usually North Korea, you know, after the United States gets so aggressive, North Korea be like, okay, you know what? We don't want these problems. Because most likely China's like, yeah, you know what, North Korea, we ain't ready for the United States. We ain't ready for a war with them. Let's back down for now. But now that the United States that pissed China off and got Nancy Pelosi to land in Taiwan and got all these drills happening right on their southern border pretty much, and then you got North Korea there who's paranoid as shit. We got drills going in the South China Sea, putting warships down in the Taiwan Strait. Now, China's like, ooh, you know what? Oh, China warned. So yeah, with the B-52 bombers, China warned of an arms race. Y'all know how arms race usually ends up, right? When it's especially when it gets super competitive. They warned of an arms race, and this is on your local news. It's on your Fox News. It's also on your NBC and CBS and all that. They're promoting this. They want war. It looks like they really want war. I'm not gonna lie. Some of the mediators look kind of scared. The ones that's trying to present the message, they be looking scared as shit. But some of them look all hyped up. Oh, looks like we're on the verge of nuclear war. Look at Putin joking about nuclear war. He's so evil. As we're talking about nuclear war over here, hey, if you hit us with conventional weapons, we'll use nuclear weapons on your country. And then everybody was just laughing on TV and talking about how impossible this was, and Russia is such a pussy and they would never make a move like this. Okay. Just like they wouldn't have went to Ukraine either, though, right? Because they said their economy was crashing. But look, their economy's still hanging on and their country's still up. And look who's crashing and who's losing allies now. For real, I'm not on the United States side. I'm saying look at the facts before you guys judge. Because the signs are up in the air. This is a battle over the world order. And right now, China wants to rule the world. They want to save the world. This is their way of saving the world from the United States way. Now, I'm about to get really deep, so don't hold me against anything because y'all know I'm an open person. But I want to be honest and talk to you. So please don't get all sensitive for the things I'm about to say because I have to be real and tell y'all why they want to change the world order. Now, I am free to everybody. I have no judgment against no kind or anything. So I'm just going to put that out there, and I don't have any kind of views on religion. I was raised on the Bible, and I'm just going to leave it like that. Russia and China looks at us as a weak country. They call us girly men. They call us weak. They call us phonies. They call us Satanisms. They call us unidentified. They call us everything. They don't want that on their people. That's what this is all about. They don't want that. They don't want that. They don't want trans in their countries doing that. They don't want, gay guys in their countries. They'd rather keep it the old-fashioned way. And they're trying to tell America, okay, that's your way. You keep that over there. Don't bring that over on our side. Don't bring that propaganda over here for our people to see. Because they want their people controlled. America is trying to keep it like, well, we're open, even though they still divide us. They're trying to keep it as, hey, we're open over here. You can make any decision you want. So, I get both sides. One side wants to stick to its history and control the world and make sure that never spreads. The other side wants to make sure that they can, spread an open free world, but it's still under control. Everything you do, you're watched, you're sent. I mean, that's either way though. I mean, under China and Russia, you're gonna be watched and looked at everything you do and everything you say, just like over here. Our country's turned pretty much the same way. You don't have no freedom of speech like you used to. You say freedom of speech in front of a cop these days, and they're gonna laugh at you and be like, "Hey, everything you just tell it to the judge. Just tell it to the judge." Sometimes they'll read you your rules. Sometimes they'll throw you and slap your head against the car and just shove your ass in there. They don't give a fuck. And say they read you the rules. Turn that little recorder off for a second. They ain't gonna get in trouble for it. Not all cops are bad, and that's not what I'm getting at. But this is why this is getting crazy. They're dropping our dollar. They're getting our allies to do it. They're getting our allies to hop on board with them. Some NATO members who's supposed to be completely unified, who's been unified for years. It's starting to turn against each other. Turkey's about to go to war with Greece eventually, pretty soon. They said the beginning of next year. Let's see how they feel when Russia actually makes the move on NATO. Because y'all know that's when Turkey's going to make the move to betray NATO, right? I know they're going to betray NATO. I have that feeling. They don't like Greece. So why would they work with, NATO, knowing that the United States, France, UK, and all of them are going to be on Greece's side? They're already building up in Greece. So Turkey's getting ready to betray them. They're already all signed in. Russia and them are still making plans. And NATO's getting ready for the collapse. The big collapse. Greek Premier says that Turkey is playing both sides in the Ukraine war. Prime Minister calls Turkey's double game. They've been calling each other out too. Yeah, hell yeah. They keep exposing each other. Well, you're supporting terrorists. Well, you're working with Russia. Well, we don't want to put sanctions on them. Exactly. That's why you're a traitor. Everybody except for you and Hungary. Except for you and Hungary. It seems like you and Hungary is really trying to disrupt something. Hungary's on the halt of the oil and gas, and I don't care what people say. I feel like there's a reason. Some people in their government might actually be working with the Russians, like some people in the UK government is getting exposed for working with the Russians, and they're even hired. The Chinese is even hopping on this and trying to hire their fucking their pilots. So people can't tell me nothing ain't going on, man. And the United States just, it's kind of funny. And I'm like, why didn't people catch on to this? United States here, like, yeah, we would never use nuclear weapons. We would never throw the nuclear posture and meet your energy, Russia. This is one day. Next day, oh, you know what? We're going to go and reverse our nuclear doctrine. We're going to use it for conventional means. We're going to deploy it off really close to China and Russia. And if they decide to make any moves on us and our allies, then we will not hesitate to use our full arsenal, military power, and nuclear weapons to make sure we bring them down. What the fuck are you talking about? When did this go from, hey, we are the peacemakers, to, hey, if you fuck with us and our allies, we're going to blow this fucking world up with you. We'll wipe you off the face of this earth. Come mess with us, Russia and China. We dare you. You know what? Let's just deploy our shit over there now. I dare them to do something. What y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna make the first move, or is it gonna be us? So why do I know World War III is gonna start up? Because it's all about the first strike at this point, guys. Guess who made the first move? Well, who's getting blamed for making the first move? Stream pipeline and threatened to use Article 5. Russia blamed the UK's Navy for hitting the pipeline and hitting their army. Their Navy, I meant. Hitting their Navy, too. We have to retaliate. We can't let this go. Okay. Hey peeps, I'm telling y'all, y'all better open y'all head. Y'all better start thinking. You better start getting right with God or getting right with whoever your higher power is. Cause I'm telling you right now, shit is fixing to hit the fan. And it's about to get ugly. It's about to get really ugly, people. We got a little bit of time. We don't got a lot of time. We got a little bit of time. Oh man. All right, so let's go and look up some of the statements that's going on right now. Apparently, Germany thinks we should fight a nuclear war with Russia, but they said this last year too. Once again, nobody wins a nuclear war. I don't know why they're throwing this nuclear rhetoric up in the air. All sides are doing this. Germany don't even hold nuclear weapons, bro. What the fuck they gonna do? Hey, United States, throw a couple nukes at Russia. Let's teach them a lesson. Is that what y'all gonna do? As Russia, I just read about this too, about Russia discussing a nuclear strike on Germany right before the invasion, because there was a little drill right by Germany, and they had three spots they were talking about nuking. They were literally on the fucking mic talking about nuking Germany, joking about it back and forth. Like, oh hell no, what? It's really gotten that fast? It's gotten that far that we got to talk about nuking? A nuclear attack on Germany could kill 500,000. Damn. What about a nuclear attack on America? What about New York City? How many people would that kill? Let's talk about their weapons and arsenal. Bet you they won't do that. Now, look at this. Y'all see that? 6 decades after the Cuban Missile Crisis, diplomacy must again prevent a nuclear war. What? Whoa. What the hell are you guys talking about? I heard New York is getting so bad now. Yeah, me too. Me too. It's only going to get worse, especially when they realize what's about to happen. Especially when they realize what's about to happen. I am not a fearmonger, guys. I am not fake news. I am not on bullshit. I am here to tell you the truth. I am, on the right team of the table. There's people that will really fearmonger and try to throw shit in your face. But that is not the way I run shit over here. And I'm a little more blunt on my stuff than a lot of people. And I'm trying to go back to that me that just tells it how it is. I turned a little soft. I ain't gonna lie, I turned a little soft on here. I started being getting attached to a lot of my followers and stuff. But I gotta make sure that I'm getting out the right message and I'm not messing up my channel. I gotta run my channel the way that I've always run my channel, and I'm gonna continue to do it that way. And I can't change for anybody, because that's me. I have to be myself. I cannot be fake. But there's a lot of good channels on here that are not fake, and I am happy. I'm happy that to see that there. I saw Off Grid. He's doing really good with his channel. I see a lot of people doing really good with their channels, so I'm happy to see that. Ukraine, Ww3, yes, and Cosmo, exactly. I still want to do that podcast with Ww3. I want to do one with Off Grid. I want to talk to Off Grid and see his views and stuff on this. We're gonna make that happen. We're definitely gonna make that happen. All right, Ukraine warns Iran missiles will be difficult to shoot down. Russia drafting 120,000 more troops. Okay, there's another thing I need to talk about. How many times have Russia built up their army in a secret coding of words? How many troops does Russia hold in their shit right now that they're not telling people? So in their army right now. How many mobilizations have Russia ran already? So I ran across a channel that started looking up a lot of this, kind of like me, and they were talking about that there is probably actually 5 million people in Russia ready to fight right now. That Russia's most likely got a huge mobilization ready to go for NATO, and that they're just not talking about it on that large scale. So they don't want to tell people what the end number is, and they're supposed to be mobilizing up. I mean, not mobilizing, but getting more than 1.2 million people in this army. Don't forget that. That was all over their news that they have to recruit up to 1.2 million. So, like I said, they can have 5 million soldiers ready to go, or some that's already in training, and that our media ain't letting us know because it would be bad. I mean, do we really want a war that's equal footing with us right now? No, no, we don't. We want somebody that could do exactly what the United States can do, as far as nuking, and they even got hypersonics that can do a preemptive strike on us. Do we want that? I would hope not. I know I don't. I want a future. Romania is struggling to not allow NATO US troops in their first attack from here. Yep. Yep. We already know. False flag incoming, guys. Big war incoming. Okay, so let's go to 24/7 War News. This is where we're going to talk about the what's going on with Article 19. And this was out of Medvedev, which I told you guys he's the head of the Security Council. He is like the vice president of Vladimir Putin. For the first time, Russia talks about activating Article 19. A global nuclear war will break out if we do not win in Ukraine. Calls Kherson and the attack on Sevastopol. Sevastopol. There we go. Sevastopol. I remember how to say it. And I was practicing it. I was like, hold on, there's a better way to say it. Got it. With the activation of paragraph 19 of the fundamental principles of the Russian state policy, which entails that a global nuclear war, the former prime minister of Russia and current deputy head of the Russian Security Council, Dmitry Medvedev, warns once again, raising the thermometer on the front with the war in Ukraine. This is the first time that Russia has threatened to activate the article justifying the use of nuclear weapons by Russian strategic deterrence forces. Until now, Moscow has stressed in every way there is no threat justifying the use of nuclear weapons, but that has changed today. Okay. The only solution is the definitive story of Russia. In particular, Medvedev told Telegram agency that the only guarantee to avoid a global nuclear conflict, Moscow's complete indefinite victory of Ukraine, as otherwise a world war will break out with the use of nuclear weapons. Only only Russia's complete and final victory will be guaranteed against a global conflict. Characteristically, and added, if Russia is not expected to win, then obviously Ukraine will win. Ukraine's goal in the war, declared by the Kiev regime, or Kiev, however you want to say it, is to reclaim all the territories that previously belonged to it. In other words, their annexation by Russia. This is a threat to the existence of our state, a collapse of today's Russia. Medvedev concluded with such possibility was a reason for the paragraph 19 of the fundamental principles of Russia's state policy in the fields of nuclear deterrence. Who is planning a nuclear conflict actually, may I ask? What is it, if not a direct provocation of the world war with the use of nuclear weapons? Said according to paragraph 19 of the document mentioned in the conditions under Russia can use nuclear weapons are reliable information about the launch of ballistic missiles attacking territories of Russia or its allies, the use of nuclear weapons by the enemy, or types of weapons of mass destruction on the territories of Russia and its allies, the impact of the enemy on Russia's critical state or military facilities, the failure of which will weaken nuclear retaliatory forces. In addition, paragraph 19 mentions among these conditions as aggressive action against Russia with the use of conventional weapons that endanger the very existence of Russia, which he mentioned in the statement that this can go, which is Ukraine is doing right now, and that's where that ends. So, they gave out all the reasons that they can use nuclear weapons, and they're reminding people that, hey, yeah, guys, we're really this close. We're really this close. This is crazy. All right, what else? All right. UK, Russia is in hiding. Asia, crossing the red line, will launch Kenzel. Boris says Putin would be crazy to. Oh, wait, we talked about that earlier. I wanted to show y'all the one about Liz Truss. So let me actually just put Russia and Truss. All right. All right. Russia suspected in Truss phone hacking. Russia deploys Killjoy hypersonic ballistic missiles to Belarus. Oh yeah, that's coming out there. I'm telling you guys, this is all over the news. This is a big deal. This is tit for tat with NATO and Russia. They are not playing around about this at all. Sorry, let me back this up a little bit. I don't want it too close. Electricity restored in Kyiv, but damage from Russian strikes is extensive. Putin tells Erdogan that he wants real guarantees from Kyiv on grave deal. Kremlin. Iran and Russia agree on free trade agreement with Euro-Asian Union. Wow. Wait, is that the Euro-Asian Union? Is that like the counter to the European Union? Hell no. They got all types of counter groups. Okay, let me search on the web about that. Because I want to make sure you guys know that all of this is true and accurate. I want to talk about Liz Truss. So that's what the next one we're going to go through. Then we're going to go and talk about what we would do in some of the situations. Okay, Truss. Let me stick with one thing. Okay, Russian agents may have hacked former Britain. Nope. Russia seeks the United States response over Truss. It's done SMS Blinken after Nord Stream blast. Okay, Russia seeks U.S. response over Liz Truss. It's done SMS to Blinken after the Nord Stream blast. Russia said has asked the UK if Liz Truss sent a message to the United States Secretary of State Anthony Blinken saying it's done after an attack on the Nord Stream pipelines. Wow. How do Russians know that the UK blew up the Nord Stream pipeline? Because Liz Truss used her iPhone to send a message to Secretary Blinken saying it's done a minute after the pipeline blew up, after anybody else knew. Oh, before anybody else knew. Sorry, before anybody else knew. Now, I would like to see the proof of the messages between the two. And I want to see the White House response. Now, Russia's foreign ministry spokesperson Maria has demanded that the UK answer these allegations and come clean. To be honest, I don't care who got this information and how. I'm interested in London's answer to the following question: did the Prime Minister Liz Truss of the Britain sent a message to the United States Secretary of State, Anthony Blinken, immediately after the Nord Stream gas pipeline was blown up, in the words of "It's done." Well, that's another debate that we need to look into, huh? Okay. Oh, yeah, that's the word game thing. Okay, I thought that was recent. I was about to say, oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, let's go on. All right. Let's talk about Norway. Norway right now is on high alert, and Lithuania is also on high alert. So that's something that we definitely need to be talking about, guys. Because why are they on high alertness just out of nowhere? They're trying to blame it on the war with Ukraine, but the war with Ukraine's been going on since February. So why haven't y'all been on high alert since February if y'all want to use that as an excuse? Now you guys are using the Russian drones as an excuse. That sounds a little more of a realistic reason to go on high alert. Fears grow that Russia will attack Norway's energy pipeline. Damn, okay. Norway raises military alert level amid drones and Russia's war in Ukraine. Amid drones, huh? That's the Washington Post posting that one. You changed the channel name? Yes, yes. I changed my name on TikTok to the True News Network because TikTok blocked my Javante the Reporter. So I changed my name to the True News Network on here. I asked them if it would be easier for everybody to find me that way, and they responded with yeah. So I know, right? Norway too. Yes, Norway too. Norway too. All because of the drone sightings. They're on high alert as well. Norway, a NATO member that shares a 120-mile long border with Russia, raises military alert level starting on Tuesday. So a couple of days ago, I did report on this when it happened. Well, on TikTok, I have not been doing much reporting on YouTube, but I need to do better because I'm really trying to get this out to people. I really do want to do better for YouTube. But yes, I did report on this. I have went live on this a couple times and talked about this. This just lets me know how bad things are getting. Norway raises military readiness level amid tensions, increased tensions. Serbia, we got to talk about Serbia and Kosovo. Check back on military activity and make sure everything's good right now. Oh, holy shit. I was about to say, that better not be back on military. There we go. That's better. That's much better. Okay. Looks like it got a little more clear. For right now, I want to make sure there's no E4s up in the sky right now. The E4s are the Doomsday planes, which it looks like we might be good right now. Yeah, we got the C-15, C-17. That one was unknown. This one's unknown. It has no call sign at all, so that one's off right now. This one's completely off. All right. Nope. Yeah. No Doomsday's up right now. So that's good news. I want to see this plane right here though. That's landed. Some of these be hidden under planes, so you can't look them up. But I think this was landed at a airport. All right, let's go back. Let's go back. Talk about Serbia and Kosovo. So there's no news. I was trying to get a video for this for people so I could post it around, and I can't find a video. So I know I'm going to have to make my own video on this, explaining what's going on between Kosovo and Serbia. But right now, Serbia is building up on the Kosovo border right now because of the license plates. There's videos of them moving straight there. As I read this, tensions brew anew between Kosovo and Serbia over the car plates. Serbia says it has placed troops on the border with Kosovo on heightened state of alert after the dispute over car license plates threatened to further escalate tensions between the two Balkan foes. Serbia said Tuesday it had placed its troops on the border with Kosovo on heightened alert over a row about car license plates Earlier, authorities warned the members of the ethnic Serbian minority living in the Kosovo, a former province of Serbia, to place their vehicle registration plates with Kosovar ones, or Kosovar ones. I think it might be Vor. We are not ready for war, but we must not be unprepared. We are ready to continue our dialogue with Pristina. Interesting. All right, let's go on. So yeah, that's not good, man. Kosovo and Serbia does not need to fight. This would be all bad, to be honest. Serbian army put on high alert due to the situation in Kosovo. So even Russia's talking about this on TASS, as y'all can see, on TASS as well. So I talked about earlier that China warned of an arms race, and what does that mean for the region? Well, China could start moving stuff around on islands that is really close to them as well, just like Russia's moving stuff into Belarus right now. Russia could start moving stuff into Iran. You already see that they want to use the Iranian ports, and I don't think that just is for trade. I honestly think that's also going to be for ships and other stuff that they need to help each other out. Maybe Iran will help let Russia come over there, especially to get the United States out of Syria or out of Iraq. Who knows the possibilities of their teaming up. All right. What's the other one I wanted to talk about on here? Because there's just a lot. I wanted to show y'all that Lithuania is still on a high alert. And they also wanted to get a crew to go in there and force Russia to give out that grain, or get to open up the corridors so they can get the grain out. They wanted to get through the Russian blockade that they held in the Black Sea. Turkey Prime Minister calls out Turkey's double game. All right, let's see. I want to see if let's do that. Oh yeah, the United States and Serbia are both on high alert. They're both on high alert. I don't remember if I talked about this with you guys, but yeah, Serbia and the United States are on high alert after warnings of an imminent Iranian attack. The Saudis turned to Tehran, which wants to distract people from local protests, and National Security Council said the United States is prepared to respond. So we just got our new war footing with Iran right now. If they attack Saudi Arabia, we're definitely going in. Now I thought we were going to jump out before this, happened. And I thought Saudi Arabia, since they were going on the side with Russia, was going to try to cozy up to Iran. But it looks like hell no, that's not going to happen. It looks like they're about to go full steam ahead. They're about to go full steam ahead. Says some of the protests that's happening. We saw all the protests yesterday. Oh man, advertisements. All right, let's do that real quick. I wanted to see if they had I wanted to see how the protests, how bad they've gotten, because I know they've been going on for a while. Oh wait, this is it.
Allegedly violating Iran's laws requiring women to wear a headscarf. Iranian authorities say she died of illness, but her family said she fell into a coma after being mistreated by police. Protests sparked by her death have since rallied groups across Iran's society, from ethnic minorities to school children and even oil workers. According to human rights groups, clashes with police have killed more than 200 people. But despite the crackdowns and widespread internet shutdowns, videos have continued to emerge. showing how unrest has spread beyond women's rights to a movement that is calling for an end to strict theocratic rule. These demonstrations have now turned into the most broadly supported movement in Iran in more than 4 decades.
Wow.
A day after her death, Amini's funeral took place in her hometown of Saqqez. The ceremony quickly turned into a protest against the country's morality police.
You guys are goofy.
Mourners
I
took off
see
their
y'all in the
headscarves
comments.
in defiance of the very rules Amini was accused of breaching. Amini was Kurdish Iranian, part of an ethnic minority that has long accused the government of discrimination and neglect. After a week,
Okay. So also a little bit on the background of what's happening, why the protest is happening, and what happened. You know, the girl didn't want to put on her scarf. They shot her. The whole country started standing up, and a lot of them didn't want to wear their scarf. They took their scarf off. They started showing their beautiful hair, and you know, you got to put in your mind that you know some of this is some of their religion. So for them to do this is big. Yep. That plane off of Florida is an E4 off of Florida. Let me look off the coast of Florida. Let's check that out. Let's see how fast we can find it. All right, close this out. This one right here. Yes, that's a 742. Oh, that's an L4. Hold on. Off the coast of Florida. That's a P8. Yeah. Oh, wait. Here, these ones just popped up. That's a P8 that just popped up. That's a C-130. That's a P8. The E4 plane is a Doomsday plane. So when they come in here and saying that there's a Doomsday plane, they're talking about the E4. Or when they're coming in here talking about the E4, they're talking about a Doomsday plane. Let me see if I can search and see if I see anything. Oh, wait. This is saying that it's an E4. Yeah. There's a French E4 with no call sign. But where are you? Where are you at? Huh. E4 is bad. Yeah, that is. But I also don't know what the French is for. I don't know if they're jet. Let's see, it's filtered out, so it can only show certain planes that's similar to the E4. Okay. Wow, thank you, Jay Doomsday. Yeah, I don't see one in America right now. From what I know of, it's only this B-42. But I will keep checking on it. Wait, 742. Let me look up the 742 real quick. Because that's way too similar. I like this. I like this. All right. Let's try this. I think the 747 is a Doomsday. Read Doomsday begins with the Nightmare Chapter 172. No, Boeing 747. So Boeing 747. So let's see if we can find the 747. That'll be a Doomsday. Nope, only one from Greece, which is a 130. So we're good. Flight Tracker 24. So let's go to Flight Tracker. All right, let's go to Flight Radar. Let's do that. Hopefully this works. E4. Okay. There is a new article on War News. There's another one. Uh, Not the ones from earlier, right? There's a new one. Yeah, we are. Yeah, I read this one already. I already read through this one. This is one about Liz Truss, and them blaming her for the text messages. Yeah, I read about this earlier because she sent that message, and then I showed the other source on that. So there's multiple on that. No, you're good. You're good. I try to be on it as much as I can, because there's a lot of people that ask me to look up stuff when I'm on live on TikTok, which I think you know that already. Okay. Let's see filters. Let's put E4. Let's try it this way. All right. Let's see. Flights live. Yeah, there's not even an E4 on this one either. There's not one on here either, guys. Yeah, I don't think there's a Doomsday up that I could see. Sorry. Sorry for the ones that kind of got delayed in this. I wanted to make sure it wasn't up either, because that's a big deal. I want to make sure I know when the politicians are trying to plan their next move or their exit out of here, so I know to tell people, hey, it's getting close to that time. Which, if they're getting on their plane, that it's definitely that time. If they're getting ready to sell out Shep Seal and go to Colorado Springs, it's a wrap. All right, let me make sure there ain't nothing new today. We are Russian force. Fire down his men, sneaks forward. Ukraine shoot down 2 Russian helicopters in 3 minutes. Let's filter this and oh, that's why I'm not even on DuckDuck. So no E4 near Florida. Not that I seen. Not that I could see. I gotta verify before I say something. So I'm just gonna let it be for now. If it does come up that one pops up and I happen to be on there, then I will screenshot it and show you guys on my Instagram, or I will make a video on it and let you guys know. You guys know I stay on top of stuff like that, especially when it comes to the readiness that we're in right now. So I want to see if there's any new things on the news right now, besides the stuff that we already know. I think I talked about Iran getting ready to arm Russia with 1,000 missiles and drones as well. Security alert for U.S. citizens in Russia. That was old. Put a filter on here. Past day. Let's see. Russia doesn't care if the world gets hungry. The United States, after Vladimir Putin decided to back out of the deal. Russia deployed the MiG-31 jets with ballistic Killjoy missiles to Belarus. We just talked about that earlier in the live. That's a big deal because that's close to the NATO border, and it's letting NATO know that if they step into this war, it's going to be all bad for them. Russia extends the evacuation zone in Ukraine's Kherson region. Really? Oh. Russia installed officials in Ukraine's Kherson region on Monday. They would start evacuating citizens from the eastern bank of the Dnipro River, repeating claims that rejected by Kyiv that Ukraine may be preparing to attack the Kakhovka dam and flood the region. You will know something is going down when all the planes flying over America are grounded. When they ground all the planes like 9/11. Yes. Yes. Actually, I think a couple months ago they just grounded planes on the west coast too, didn't they? Or maybe this was around the beginning of the year when they thought North Korea was going to fire something, or they might have fired something or something. They didn't talk about it, but United States planes were grounded, and there was a big blackout. Nobody knew what it was. I am talking about all the planes. Oh yeah, yes, yes sir. Deep war, deep shots achieved. Yeah. Okay, not much on them. Let's do this. I wanted to show that China did say that this brought us closer to nuclear war as well, with the B-52s going to Australia. Let's do that. All right. Let's see. China warns the U.S. B-52s may escalate tensions, or will escalate tensions. This is on the Financial Review. China deployment of B-52 credible. Oh, dang it! I try to make sure these ones are free. I'm just gonna go on the freaking the Fox one. China this week said the United States plans to send B-52 bombers to Australia that could trigger an arms race as the United States looks to beef up its regional security resources. The Royal Australian Air Force Base, the RAAF, has been long home to the U.S. B-52's bombers, but China's foreign ministry took issue with the U.S. plans to send up to 6 capable B-52 bombers to the base in northern Australia, according to reports Monday. The Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Zhao Lejin said that the U.S. plans to increase its security alliance with Sydney's escalate. Wait, with Sydney escalates regional tensions and gravely undermines regional peace and stability. They also said this could trigger an arms race. China urges parties concerned to abandon the outdated Cold War zero-sum mentality and narrow geopolitical mindset and do more things that are good for regional peace and stability and mutual trust amongst all parties. But the Defense Department spokesperson or spokesman said the United States plans to send bombers in an array of aircraft to Australia for joint drills was common practice in the long-standing alliance and cornerstone of the United States foreign security policy. The announced decision to send B-52 bombers to its Aussie ally becomes just 1 week after the United States listed China as the #1 security threat despite the war in Ukraine and the active nuclear threats from Moscow. So even China's a higher threat than that. China's even a higher threat than Russia that they're saying. And that's only because of the development of hypersonics and their cyber and pretty much their ways of sneaking spies and uh, getting intel back to their military, because China's really smart. They're very smart. When they make an enemy out of somebody, they make an enemy. The Secretary of Defense, Lloyd Austin, described China as the only competitor out there with both the intent to reshape international order and increasingly the power to do so, moments after the national defense strategy was declassified by the Department of Defense. Oh, declassified? So it was classified first? I want to know the classified version. The NDS bluntly describes Russia as a acute threat, and we chose the word acute carefully. Unlike China, Russia can't systematically challenge the United States over a long term. What about a short term? That's what they don't talk about. What about the short term? What could Russia do in the immediate turn? Well, they have nuclear weapons, so they can do a lot. If one nuke gets fired, the world can end within an hour. It can end within an hour. So yeah, it can happen that fast. That's why I'm like, shit. I'm more worried about Russia. You know, they got like thousands of nukes pointed at us. China probably got like a couple hundred. Russia got thousands. I'm more worried about the one that's got thousands of nukes that can wipe out our country than the one that, you know, most likely would try to fight us conventionally first until we use something. But then, you know, they might, I don't know. I don't know what China would do. I ain't even going to try to read their army and military strategies. I have no idea what they would do. All right. They also said that the United States have been committed to its partnership with not only Australia but other Western and regional allies in maintaining a security presence through enhanced air cooperation through the rotational deployment of the United States aircraft of all types. The B-52 bombers can carry the largest array of weapons in the United States inventory, including cluster bombs, gravity bombs, and precision-guided missiles. Wow. That's a big deal. That's going to be right by China. You know that's going to be able to hit them. Military moving planes around right now at night with transporters off to hide them from Russian moving to their private airports. Wow. Wow, guys. All right. I'm going to do one more, and then we're going to talk about what I said in the beginning of what I think or what we can come up with together what the next moves would be. I want to check and see if there's any updated news on here as well. The Pentagon will end North Korea if attacked. We already know that. They did say that the state is preparing for a new missile strike. The state? Which state? Odessa Journal. Okay, what state? Russian terrorists can still deliver massive missile strikes on the territory of Ukraine. Their goal is to undermine, all right, to intimidate Ukrainians and spread panic among population. A spokesman for the main intelligence of the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine said this on November 1st on the air of the telephone. Attacks can continue. The question is how massive such attacks can be. As we on Monday, of course, they cannot be on a daily basis because the aggressor state also depletes the stock of missile weapons, but much more damage can be done. These are terrorist acts of terrorist states against civilian infrastructure with the aim to intimidation and sowing panic. The state is preparing for a society too. He has definitely not achieved his goal of intimidation, which is set by the world's number one terrorist, Putin. Damn, that's some strong words. Okay, so we know that's Ukraine talking about strikes on them. I know that they did say that Russia was moving ballistic missiles up in Belarus, and South Korea just fired. Wait, no, North Korea just fired 3 missiles, and South Korea is on the air raid alert. Breaking news now. All right, let me try to do with this. Last 5 minutes. Beefing Navy's military operational capacity. No, I just want to make sure there's nothing actually breaking out right now. North Korea just launched even more missiles, making a total of 10 today. 10 today? Wow. All right, let's look at North Korea. Fires 3 short range. South Korea issues a air raid alert after North Korea fires 3 missiles. South Korea issues. Okay, yeah. I don't see anything about any more than that. Fires another ballistic missile. Reports from various sources. Okay. All right. Let's talk, guys. Let's talk. What's the next moves? What's about to happen next? I think it's that time that we do what we used to do on this channel, and just, I guess, read our enemy. So we got Serbia building up troops on the border with Kosovo. Do you guys see Kosovo backing down? Do you see Kosovo backing down right now and getting rid of these rules on the license plates? Or do y'all think they're going to hold their pride because they just went against the West and everybody to do this and go ahead with uh, provoking Serbia, at least in the eyes of the Serbians? It's about to go 0 to 100,000. Yeah, I know, right? Watch out for Germany. Big time, big time. Okay. Russia in a standoff with the UK. If I was Russia right now, I most likely would have went over and hit the pipeline that connects Norway to the UK. That is a formal retaliation. Even though it can start a war, I don't think they're really worried about starting a war right now. That I could think of. I don't think they're worried about starting a war. Period. So this can happen either way. I think that Russia is going to try to do something. I think they are going to attack something. And I think there's going to be two retaliations. I don't think there's going to be one retaliation. I think there's going to be a retaliation for Britain hitting the pipeline. I think there's going to be a retaliation for Britain hitting the Navy and the three ships. And I think this is why NATO's on high alertness right now, which is why everybody's moving to their borders, why everyone's training their militaries, getting ready for any kind of mobilizations that they can get. I think this is why the United States has stepped into Ukraine, as y'all saw that I reported earlier. The United States is in Ukraine. They're there for inspections. I think they're there for an escalation. They've been getting more and more mad, and they just go into Ukraine out of nowhere. They didn't even announce it. They said, "Yep, we're here. We're here for inspections because our weapons been in the black market." No, that makes no freaking sense. Y'all just went in there. Y'all wanted to make sure Ukraine was using the weapons to the reason that y'all wanted to make sure Ukraine was using the weapons to y'all advantage. I want to make sure that Ukraine is hitting the Russians like y'all want them to hit them. Y'all want them to make all these moves. And on both sides, I'm on both sides, guys. I mean, as far as explaining this, the United States is no better right now in NATO, but Russia is no better right now invading Ukraine. But they knew what the next move was going to be. They knew that NATO was going to step into Ukraine and use it as a preemptive strike on Russia. Now, who makes the first strike? Now, I might have to change. I don't know. I can't sit here and predict that I know who's going to do it. Who's more likely to do it? In my head right now, it's going to be back and forth between Russia and NATO. Because why did the United States just change their nuclear posture? Out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. I don't care what they say. They're on alertness now. They're ready. They're deploying nukes. Upgraded, modernized nukes. So who's going to make the first move and drop the nukes? Because the one that makes the first move is more than likely the one that's going to have the less fallout on their territory. Unless it happens to be the United States nuking Russia, which we're not taking into account that would trigger their dead hand. Their dead hand, which can launch all their nukes at their enemy. If Russia preemptive strikes NATO, we still got submarines out there that can still hit the Russian and Chinese, if they decide to go against us. I'm very curious what the next moves are. Very curious. And like I said before, this could start off as a nuclear war. What does Norway do? Is they going to shoot down a drone like the Taiwanese did with the Chinese that kept flying drones near their shit? Taiwan got tired and they finally shot one down. Then they shot down another one. If it hit the news that Norway shot down the Russian drones, I wonder what would happen. Are they going to use more crippling means? Are they going to use? They're saying we're using biological weapons in Ukraine. So are y'all about to hit back with weapons of mass destruction? Wake up, guys. That's all I want to say. Wake up. This is going to end bad. I'm now thinking November, like I said at the beginning, but it could easily turn in a heartbeat. Um, it can usually turn at any point in time. It could also last until December. I don't think we're going to make it to the next year. I don't think they're going to give the Republicans the chance to even take the office. I don't think they are going to give them a chance to even get in there. All right. On that note, I need to get off of here, and I'm going to do one live on TikTok before the night's end. I'm going to try to do good on that one so I can post it on here. I do got a couple lives that I do want to post on here. Guys, be careful out there, man. I'm telling you right now, your government's not going to tell you what's going to come next. Your government's not going to tell you how bad this is. Your government's not going to tell you all their plays and moves, because then they will be telling the enemy all the plays and moves as well. There's a reason they're not telling you anything and they're keeping everything a secret. They want you to believe that it's to protect you, but in the end of the day, you won't be able to know anything. So you need to wake up now and prepare while you still can. I am trying to tell you guys that this is going to get out of hand, and this is going to affect every family around the world. I don't care where you're at. You can be down in South Africa. You're still going to feel this. You're still not going to be able to grow your crops. You still can have radioactive fallout come on your terrain. You have no idea what the hell can happen right now. And we've never had a nuclear war, so why is people trying to predict this? This can start off nuclear, guys. And now we have even more fronts opening up. So that means there's more of a likelihood of something happening. They're literally edging closer and closer. Closer and closer. How much more closer do they need to go for this to spiral out of control? You're lucky they told you that PSA, that little bullshit kindergarten version of a freaking educational level for survival of a very serious situation. You want to go back to kindergarten to do that? My son knows even more than that on what to do in a nuclear war. Come on, dude. My son knows more than that. Than what they just put out. They need a real upgraded, serious survival guide for people over here in the United States. Jay, Twitter has reported. All right, on it. I'm on it. 7 more missile launches. I'm on it right now. The United States is prepared to take action to defend American troops and allies in the Middle East following reports that Iran could be preparing an attack against Saudi Arabia. Okay, so we know about that. North Korea fired 3 missiles. Air raids went off in South Korea. UK government has war-gamed emergency plans to cope with energy blackouts. Interesting. It said a total of 10. Okay, so 7 more has been shot off. All right. Crazy. That's crazy. So, looks like a lot's happening, guys. Looks like a lot's happening on that end. All right, I'm gonna look more into this, and then I'm gonna give y'all the latest on TikTok as this comes out. Give me a sec for a little break, little cut off, since we've been on here an hour 24 on this one. So yeah, we did good. Did good. I'll be right back. Remember our golden rule: love, unity, and peaceful life. I will see you guys on the True News Network too. That's the TikTok I'll be going live on. And I'm gonna post some more videos back and forth between these two channels. I have to at this point. Things are getting too bad, and I gotta take this very serious. I've been taking it serious, but I need to take it even more serious. Work a little hard, but not overwork myself to the point, it turns somebody crazy. There's ways to do stuff. But anyways, guys, I will see you guys later. Mods, if y'all run into anything, you're welcome to send them to me, or anybody, all my followers, you're welcome to send them to me. I will get the message out one way or the other. And hey, do it yourself too if you want to. If you want to try to do it yourself as well, try it. I've seen people that's been trying to become a news person. I'm proud. I'm proud of a lot of my supporters and followers that's actually posting news on their channels. Good job, guys. Like, for real. You're doing a really good thing. I don't care how many people try to bring you down about it. You're doing a good thing. Do what you feel is right. Don't be shy. Don't be scared. Do what makes you feel comfortable. And I'll leave it there. I'm done. You guys have a great day, man. For real. Peace.